What's poppin', guys? Guard Champion here. Whew, left the smoke on for a little bit too long. Alright, so today's video we will be featuring the 2023 SDCC exclusive Tanjiro and SAKONJI 2-pack. I did not attend this event myself, but I was able to get it through the shared sticker with Boxlunch. So for this video, we will be breaking down the Tanjiro and SAKONJI pops themselves, where the scene came from, but we will only be discussing SAKONJI for the character breakdown because Tanjiro has a lot of other pops. So we'll break him down in a future video. So with all that out of the way, let's dive right into the breakdown. Roll the intro. For this set, it was a Boxlunch exclusive. I follow the Funko news on both Instagram and Facebook, and once I got word that this was starting to arrive in stores, I was making a bunch of phone calls to see if they were even available yet. And once it was, I rushed to get it after work, and luckily they had some in stock. And the cool thing is, somehow I had $5 off through my Boxlunch account, so I was able to get this cool pop here for only 20 bucks. I'll take it. We'll start with Tanjiro. Regarding his outfit, this is one that SAKONJI gives him after he is able to cut the stone in half and goes to the final selection with. The warding mask was also given to Tanjiro to help him protect from evil. So, he is performing a water breathing technique, and originally I thought this one was the third form, flowing dance, just based off of the description, but after fact-checking myself and looking through the manga, turns out that this is actually the first form of water breathing, water surface slash, because Tanjiro, fighting the hand demon, only used two different forms of water breathing. He used water wheel and then this one, water surface slash, and this is the one he ends up killing the hand demon with. So I'm glad I was able to find this out and fact check myself, because I totally thought that this was the third form. So I'm glad there's some variation between the previous Boxlunch exclusive in terms of the water breathing form. So in this one, he's using the 10th form, versus the other one, he's using the first form. So I do like that there's some variations, even though they're the same Boxlunch exclusive. I keep stuttering, my bad. So, another thing to note too is that it is a different mold in this 2-pack than previous, because they like to reuse the same mold of Tanjiro, the original one, and just keep slapping it in these like 2-packs, 4-packs, and whatnot. And so I'm just glad that the Con exclusive got some love in that regard. Another detail I wanted to point out was the fact that his scar has not turned into the flame shape yet. That does not happen until after the final selection. So I just wanted to point out that small little detail. So these are all the things I wanted to point out about Tanjiro. So let's move on to SAKONJI. So this is the debut pop for SAKONJI. We have him here with his arms crossed, and it's a fitting pose for his teaching personality and for the point in time in the series. I think this pop itself looks good. The colors are nice, and the details on his mask and outfit are well done. The only complaint I have is something that's not really anybody's fault. It's just how it translates to pop form. His mask in the series is longer vertically, where the pop form is almost circular. So it just comes down to a proportion issue for me. But like I said, it's no one's fault here, it's just how it translates to pop form. My overall critique of these two is that they're both really nice pops. The fact that the two Boxlunch Tanjiros are using different water breathing forms is really nice, and the pose for SAKONJI is fitting for the time in the series it takes place in. I would not add anything to these pops. I think they are great as is. So, with the critique out of the way, let's learn more about SAKONJI UROKODAKI. Our first mention of this character was from Giyu, after the altercation with Tanjiro. Giyu saw something special with Tanjiro and Nezuko and sent him to SAKONJI to train and become a demon slayer. We first encounter SAKONJI during Tanjiro and Nezuko's fight with the temple demon, where Tanjiro starts off on the wrong foot with him because he's far too kind and indecisive. It is at this point in the series that we learn one way to kill a demon: sunlight. He puts Tanjiro to the test and has to descend the mountain to his house by sunrise. If he can do this, he will accept him as his student. As the former water Hashira, he decides to take in Tanjiro with no intent on sending him to the final selection. He trains the Tanjiro, sending him through rigorous physical training, teaching him how to use a sword and the water-breathing style. He trains with him for a year, and once he has nothing left to teach Tanjiro, he gives him one final task: to cut the boulder in half. Come to find out later from Makamo and Sabito that this is the biggest boulder he's ever given someone to cut through. He comes off as cold and strict, but deep down, he's a softie for his students. After 6 months of Nezuko being asleep, he called in a doctor to check and make sure that she's okay, even going to the lengths of talking to her while she's sleeping, almost as a form of hypnotism, just to help her truly believe that demons are evil and they must help protect humans. Between that and Nezuko's human resolve that still resides within her, that really helps her not consume humans. Later on in the story, when Tanjiro is out on trial for breaking the Demon Slayer rules by traveling with the demon, a letter is sent from SAKONJI to the master stating that he trusts Nezuko's resolve so much that Giyu, Tanjiro, and himself would take their lives if she ever consumes a human. For someone to say that after only knowing them for 2 years or so is mind-boggling to me. So to me, he's grown to care so much for the Kamado siblings that he almost starts to become their new father figure, which is so heartwarming despite everything that family and Tanjiro have gone through. And I didn't really realize this until I started writing the script, and so it really just made me enjoy this character so much more. He does have parts later on in the story, but I won't get into that for spoiler reasons. Before I end this video though, I wanted to share a couple of fun facts about SAKONJI that I really couldn't fit anywhere else in the script. In Giyu's initial letter to SAKONJI informing him of Tanjiro and Nezuko, he states that Tanjiro has a great sense of smell, just like him. This is to be displayed in the introductory scene where he senses the kindness of Tanjiro when he can't kill the temple demon. And lastly, he wears the red mask because demons would poke fun at him because he's just very attractive.
Man, what a character flaw. Let me tell you.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know your thoughts on the Pops itself or SAKONJI. So, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Peace.